Surprise. Here we are again at Molly's Reach. What the heck is that? What's that noise? What is that noise? Hold on a second here. What is that noise? Oh, isn't that sky wild? You can see it moving. Had a very surreal kind of walk up here, right? It was like tiptoeing through the tulips. That song, maybe that's why that song was so popular. They sort of had to make sure you had a bit of traction control and all the rest of it to make it up the hill. Look over there. There was a helicopter. Is it coming towards us? Or is it going away? Geez, that looked weird. Do you see that? Maybe it is coming this way. Oh, look down there. Ooh, that got weird colors. It's got... Come on up here, brother. You must be following that pipeline down there. Well, I hate to say this, man, but the weather is... Oh, here, maybe he's coming this way again. But look at the clouds down below, how they're moving so quickly, and you can hear that chopper. Man, I was up late looking at tickets and stuff, but man, when you see something like this, you just kind of go like, why would you want to be anywhere else? A helicopter somewhere down there on the side of the mountain. I can hardly hear him now. Look at that mist. I just got to turn it off for a second. We can't just have one long clip, can we? Or can we? Yeah, well, like the last video, right? It was like, what was the last video I made? Winds of change. I don't know what it was. Something like that. Winds of change. But yeah, do you guys notice anything different? This is where we normally go, but there's the snow. It's like, it's all kind of disappeared in spots. Wow. But I must say, pretty out here. Yee, yee. Big head zoom. I should start putting like a flashing warning on there. Big head zoom may cause 2 times close-upness. Caution. Big head zoom. You can see the mountains way down the end. The white ones you probably can, or you can't. I don't know. That'd be your Dun Peak, man. Dun Peak. Hey, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was telling you I was looking at some tickets last night, right? And of course, they're always more expensive than you want on the dates that you want to go. And but then for fun, because the local flights out of my small town here can get very expensive, right? You know, for such a short little flight. But it gets worse. I was checking some of the flights out of Ottawa, which is sort of a, and I mean this is something totally unrelated to where I was thinking of going, but some of these flights to small town north, you know, out of Ottawa to some of the northern towns, they use those ATR prop planes and stuff like that. Those flights can be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for flights that aren't very long. Must be challenging to live up one of those towns, but wow, wouldn't those be sort of fun flights to go on? Eh? Probably get a room up there for $900 a night. I don't know. Still be fun to see, to hop on a plane. Eh? Go way up there, way up there. I don't know how I got onto that. Was I was thinking about the North Pole and Santa, right? Saying, well, if a guy was going to get up there and check out the legend of the claws of Santa, you know, you do that. But isn't it Norway or Finland or somewhere? That's your best hub if you want to get close to Santa. Canada Santa, it's a little harder and much more expensive. That's Canada, man. You imagine if those flights weren't so expensive, that would really open up the north. People would want to move up there, do things up there. I don't know. Maybe. What do you think of all that? Let's roll. No, let's roll. I don't know. Let's just go down on one knee. Let's go down on one knee. It's probably trying to put them on something that's already slippery. Or you could do it in the mud. Success. Now this is the test, right? Did they bite? Always listen for the sound, right? I do that walking without them too. When you hear the sound, apply power at or during the sound. I think we're going to be okay so far. Well, so far, no real mud. It's funny when you get these cleats on, you start seeking out the snow instead of the dirt, right? Yeah, usually it's the other way around. Whoa, you'll be here a while. Yeah, here we got, when you take the ridge trail, you'll have an option of forking left and hitting all the little peaks and ridges, or you can sort of skirt around them on the trail that goes around the knobs to save your legs if you want, or your grandmother's, but we're up. We're up on one of the knobs right now, right? This is the knob. All you know. We'll do a little panorama roundabout for you. Yeah, over this way we're looking, that's your Aberdeen area. Dufferin, Aberdeen. That kind of region. And we're coming around the mountain as she comes, and then we're back to the tower. Valley View, Dallas, Barnhart Vale, Paul Lake, Kamloops, North Kamloops, South Kamloops, Brocklehurst, Rayleigh. Hello, 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 over, Billy Bonk Thornton, Kamloops Lake under the fog down there, Vancouver, Thailand. Calling me. Hey, ooh, I still got that sore arm. That sucks. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. Like this bit here is, I I've fallen here in the summertime, but I think the ground is frozen a little bit. It's holding the gravel together, plus the ice and my chains with the snow. I've got more traction than I've got in the summer. The magic of winter, right? All the ice climbers and that, they know how that works. Yeah. Look at this, like this is like, it's a piece of cake. I say that as I fall, no, don't talk like that. But you know, it's not loose. There's no loose mud or dirt or earth moving under your feet. Even the snow isn't really moving. Wow. That was the first high road on the ridge for you. Update for today, Thursday. I don't know, could be December 11th, might be December 12th. I'll let you know later. So yeah, I've just walked just a little bit further. And right here, I got another one of those, you know, up the mountain, top of the knob, tit of the mountain, or around the cup, right? Around the base. Save your legs, right? The reason I said that word that starts with T is it reminds me of a Monty Python sketch. It was, let's take the low road. It was a hairdressing expedition up Everest, right? Anyway, it's funny if you like weird humor. The ridges, it's nice. The ridges is very nice. Yeah, so the sketch, it's like, you know, they're describing the mountain, how dangerous it is and forbidding. And then I got a picture of it, and then it kind of points out also the home of the biggest tits in the world, and it shows the two peaks. So that's how the sketch goes, right? Anyway, the hairdressers, they set up a salon camp, Mario's base camp too, that kind of thing. It's kind of funny. You have to be a fan of humor. Or a different kind of humor. Don't be afraid to laugh. Everybody's too serious nowadays, I think. I'm having one of those moments. You guys see ahead of me, if you look straight down the center, there's a great big huge buck laying down. And I don't know if it's wise for me to be walking towards him, seeing the trail goes that direction, but he hasn't moved yet. I don't know if he's there alone, but he's got a big rack on him. You still see him? Just right of that big tree. Can you see him laying over there? I'm going to keep moving a little bit more. We'll just keep walking. But I mean, he could really hurt me with those things. Can he? Of course he can. I don't got no problem going back the other way. Look at him over there. Oh. I just can't be bothered going over there to bother him. Would you? He's right next to the trail, and you know he's going to get up or try and kill me if I go over there. Let's just go back. Let's go up. Let's go up where we came. Wow, look at, there's this rack one. You see the points? Yeah, all the meat eaters would be like so pleased to look at that. What a nice boy. I'm going to go. Oh yeah, he look at me now. Okay, I'm gonna go up. I'll go this way. Maybe you'll follow me. In a nice way. Okay guys, is he following me? We're going up. See, we came from over there around the tit. Now we're going straight up the tit of the mountain. That worked out really well. Is he still down there? Oh, he's kind of in behind that tree. I don't want to bug him. He's so cool. That's big dude. Big Bucky. Can you see me? I don't know. Can you see me now? How about now? Ices really help on these. Oh. Oh. Well, we've backtracked to where we came from. Actually got a bit warm there. It was a beautiful hike, man. Cloud's always changing, right? There's our local cloud factory. One of the many throughout the world. and you know, there's a little bit of natural fog and clouds and stuff mixed in there too. Nature, you know, they're still the best cloud makers out there. The toxic fog, yeah. I hope not. Not too. I always like the tracks sometimes. They look so big when they melt. You think, well, is that a puma? A lion? Huh? A wolf? Most likely not. That was sassy, man. Well, before I came here, I hopped in the car and I was just going to drive up to McConnell Lake, which is just up the road from here. But I didn't even make it there. I got probably 10 kilometers up the road. It was raining a little bit here, but there was a heavy slush on the road and frozen ice underneath, and my traction control kept kicking in on my car, and I just kept slowing down. So eventually I stopped in the middle of the road and backed and turned around. Like when you go to turn around, like back. But yeah, it was, could have made it. But winter is less than 10 kilometers away, and here it's like it's disappeared. Weird. That's Canada, man. That's Canada, right? You got the mountains and the trees and the snow. Yeah.